Hey, good morning. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I just wanted to come on and remind everybody that weather is changing. So you're going to have to change with it. We've been noticing down here that our humidity wasn't going up as much as we wanted at night. And that's because it's getting drier. It's getting colder out. So we had to increase the Mist King systems last night, and it worked. However, me being a dummy, I scheduled one a little bit too long. And as you can see, I have a little bit of mess down here this morning. But we fixed it. That won't happen again. Thank God we have concrete floors and they're waterproof. With the epoxy helps a lot. But yeah, be careful with that, guys, especially if you're on carpet. Make sure you double check. I didn't double check. I should have. I actually did 10 minutes of zone, which obviously ran out that whole bucket and made a mess, but it's all right. The Chameleons got nice and watered last night. Humidity got way up like I like it, but we'll adjust that a little bit. So make sure you're watching your temps too. You know, we don't keep our heat lamps on all day, but we are increasing the hours now. I think we're going to leave them on for another 2 to 3 hours. Try that out. Make sure the room's getting to like 78. The room was getting to 74 the last few days. A little too cool. Need to raise it up. So pay attention to your weather. You got to change with the weather in your room. It's not one and done down here, guys. You make sure you pay attention to that. Make sure you change your UVB bulbs, guys, every 6 months. I can't stress that enough. If you have a meter, then you can go longer. If you don't have a meter, just switch them out every 6 months. Like what we do here, I switch all my light bulbs out when we change the clocks back. It's super easy that way for us. Yes, am I wasting bulbs? People are like, oh my God, I take your old bulbs in a second. We do keep the old bulbs, not all of them. We test every one of them before we do it. But the older bulbs that are still running really good, we use them over the babies right here. So I don't put brand new bulbs over the babies. I keep the ones that are running good, and I can still get that 3% that I need where I need it, and then I'll keep watching these. These are the only ones I really pay attention to. The other ones, I just switch them out every 6 months. I'll check them like every month or so, just make sure they're 3%, but we just switch them out every 6 months. It's expensive, but it's important. And for you guys that only have 1 or 2 Chameleons, it's not that expensive. I don't even know what a 24-inch bulb costs these days because I never buy 24-inch. I only buy 36 and 48s. I'm guessing $20, $20-something dollars maybe even less if you get them on a deal. If you see them on Amazon for a deal, like Arcadia I saw the other day, they were on sale. Grab a few of them. You'll be good to go for a couple years. I wouldn't buy a ton of them because I don't know what the shelf life on them are, but you can buy 1 or 2 extras and keep them in stock. Make sure you're doing that, though, guys. That's the most important thing for these cams. Pay attention to your humidity. If the weather's changing where you are, it's not getting as humid. The temperatures are getting cooler. Make sure you change with the weather. Your cams will love you for that. Make sure they're getting what they need. If your cams are acting weird sometimes, I always say, hey, where do you live? And somebody told me in Maine the other day that it's Chameleon. That's because his heat lamp wasn't strong enough. He had a 40-watt bulb, and it was only getting to like 70 degrees in his cage. So he had to increase the temperature. And 3 days later, he called me up. He said he's acting normal, eating again. It's just little things like that, guys. Pay attention to your cam, the way they're acting. Think about the weather, and change with it. If you have to add more misting, add more misting. You have to up the light bulb, keep it on longer. Some people keep them on all day. We don't do that down here. It get too hot. But pay attention to your Chameleon. If he's acting a little weird, it could be the temperatures. It could be the weather. It could be your UVB bulb. Make sure you're switching them out, like I said, every 6 months. Do yourself a favor and just do it that way. It'll be a lot easier for your guys not to spend $200 on a meter. If you want to buy a meter, by all means, go for it. It's great to have, and you could save a little bit of money. You might get your money back in 5-6 years, or just change your bulbs out. Like I said, the bulbs are not that expensive, so that's totally up to you guys. Again, thank you guys for following us. Thanks for all the orders this week, guys. Thank you so much. We've had the most crazy September ever. We're in October now, but our sales in September were insane. So, guys, thank you so much for that. I can't thank you guys enough. We wouldn't be able to do this without you guys, honestly. And we're having a fantastic start to October. So, again, guys, thank you so much. We sold all the veils, by the way, guys. Thank you for doing that. We sold 18 veils in the last 3 weeks, guys. So thank you guys so much. They're all going to good homes. I'm excited. We are going to breed veiled again now that that happened. That gave me a little light to go ahead and do it again. I know a lot of you guys do want captive bred veileds. The rest of these on the bottom are actually going this week. The problem with veiled, guys, and obviously you know, shipping is expensive. So when you're trying to sell a chameleon that's a lot cheaper and you tell people how much shipping is, that usually scares most people away, because most people are looking, when they're looking at a veil, they're looking for an inexpensive chameleon to start off with. I can see that that light is out, so I got to check that out. That's the stuff I come down here and check all the time. Could just be unhooked, but I'm going to check that one. I can see the UVB is out. They're inexpensive, and then shipping's expensive. So I get it. Nobody wants to like pay almost as much for shipping as the chameleon. However, these are captive bred, and we take very good care of them, just like we do the panthers. They're eating silkworms. They're eating all the good food. So it's not costing me any less to raise these up. So our prices are a little bit higher on veils, but I promise you, if you buy a veil from us, you're going to get a super healthy captive bred. Most of the ones you're finding that are $50, $60 are the ones they're plucking out of trees in Florida, and most people just don't take care of them correctly. So these are super healthy captive bred ones, no issues, and most of them are friendly, believe it or not, because we hand feed them from day one. So I can't promise you they're going to stay like that, but I can promise you when you're going to get them, they're as friendly as possible, and they're super healthy. And that goes for all of our chameleons here at Fram's Cam. So again, guys, thank you so much. I'm going to get back to picking some more silkworms. Don't forget, if you need silkworms, we have silkworms in stock. I want to end this with showing you that we have more Aslan babies hatching right here this morning. Super excited about these guys. Look at them all. They should be almost all out now. So we got more Aslans. I have one gorgeous Aslan baby left. If anybody's watching this and wants it, DM me. I'll get you some awesome pics. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for following us, and I'll talk to you guys soon.